My name's Kim Mock. I'm 17 years old and I learned how to drive a car with an automatic transmission. But a few months ago I bought my own car and it was a manual or a stick transmission, which means I had to learn how to drive a stick quickly. So in 3 easy steps, I'm going to teach you how to drive a manual or a stick transition. First step, get to know your car. Second step, learn how to accelerate or start your car in first gear. And third step, learn how to shift between gears. Let's get started. Step number 1, getting to know your car. So the most important thing about a manual is the extra pedal. So let's just focus in on these pedals really quick. To the very right, we have the gas pedal, which is standard on all cars, and so is the brake pedal, which is just a little bit stiffer in these cars. And then what is different from an automatic is the clutch. So the clutch you're going to use your left foot on instead of your right foot, which is for the gas and for the brake. And the clutch actually acts as a pull apart to the gear, so you're able to switch. In a manual transmission car, a emergency brake is actually really important because you don't have a park gear, so you're going to always have to pull this back. So I'll push on the brake now, and if I didn't have my foot on the brake, we'd actually be falling back because there is a slight incline. So always make sure to pull your emergency brake when you are stopped or planning to leave your car. The next thing on a manual transition that a automatic does not have is the shift. So I'll go through the all of the shifts now. So there's 5 in my car. Some cars have 6 different shifts. The first one is all the way to the left and up one, and this is going to be your first gear. This is what you start with, and this is about 15 to 25 miles per hour. And then once you hit a little bit higher, you're going to go into your second gear, which is to the left and all the way back again. Then when you hit third, which is about 30 miles per hour safely, you're going to go straight up from the neutral, which is this one that just wobbles back and forth. Then fourth is going to be all the way back, and then back up to neutral and all the way to the right and up is going to be your 5th gear. Now the tricky ones on Volkswagen Jettas is actually that you have to use a push in to the left and up motion for the reverse, which is really unusual because normal cars will just have it instead of a 6th gear. Step 2, getting your car started and into first gear. So the first thing that you need to do is get your left foot fully pushed down on the clutch, which I'm sorry I'm so short, but I have to be pushed up really close. But my left foot is actually compressed fully onto the clutch to the floor. Then you're going to put your right foot on the brake, and then this is when you're going to start your car. And I already am in first gear, but some people start in neutral, so remember neutral is the one in the middle that's wobbly. So all the way to the left and up is how you get into first gear. Now it's a little bit more difficult than you may think, so just stick with me. These are your RPMs on this side, and this is your miles per hour. On here, when you're a beginner, it's really easy. Just take your foot off of the brake pedal and put it on the gas pedal just ever so slightly and get it up to about 2,000 RPMs. And while you're hovering around there, go ahead and take your foot off of the clutch slowly, and this will let you start the car. And now we are going at about 10 miles per hour, which in first gear is 2,000 RPMs. Step 3, shifting between gears. So now that I've shown you how to get started with gear 1, I'm going to show you how to switch between all the rest of the gears. So now we're in 1 and we're going about 10 miles per hour. And remember, clutch all the way to the floor, and then I'm going to just bring back all the way to the second gear, which remember is left and down. So now we're going a pretty good speed of 18 miles per hour and we're at 2,000 RPM. And to get the best gas mileage, you want to be in between 2,000 and 3,000 RPM while you're driving. So now we're about halfway through, so I'm going to put the clutch all the way in again, and then neutral, and then all the way to the top in the middle is going to be your 3rd. And then again, easiest way to remember this is your clutch and this is your gas. You have them even, And when you have your foot all the way into the clutch and you want to switch gears, put your foot all the way into the clutch right here and then slowly switch places. So now your foot's on the gas going constant speed and your foot's completely off of the clutch now. Now we're approaching a stop sign. So we again push the clutch all the way in, and now we're at a full stop in third gear. So you're going to want to go back to neutral and then all the way up to 1 again so we can start. And then we're just going to do the even outtake, and now we're on the road. Now that I have shown you the 3 steps, getting to know your car, starting your car in first, and shifting between gears, I hope that you have gained a basic understanding of how to drive a stick shift. It took me about a week to learn, so with good practice and lots of help, I hope that you will be driving on a stick shift in no time. Thanks!